One of the most challenging things that I had to do in my life, and I wanted to do in my life, was to shift from the unhealthy, toxic, self sabotaging, perfectionistic mindset into the healthy and helpful one. If you are a perfectionist who allows yourself to rest, who is connected with your body and you know when you need to rest, when you need to stop, when you want to eat, that's a fantastic integration between you and the world around you. However, I've met many perfectionists that they don't allow themselves to rest. Yes, perfectionism can have two sides. And that's why we're here today. Hi, my name is Vassia. If you don't know me already, I'm a psychologist and I focus a lot on perfectionism because I have seen 1,000 times how people with anxiety, depression, and burnout carry this toxic, perfectionistic mindset, and we don't know that. We don't know because we think that perfectionism is a good thing. It's a good thing to grow and to progress and to have ambitions and expectations, but we don't know the dark side of it. And that's why we're here today, in order to explore that. I want to start by defining a little bit what's the healthy and the not healthy side of perfectionism. And I'm going to give you 8 signs so that you can see where you are, or in other words, what you need to shift, what you need to change in order to be a perfectionist, but a happy perfectionist, a healthy perfectionist, a proud perfectionist. So, the first one, does your perfectionism make you feel motivated or make you feel stressed and overwhelmed all the time? I'm not talking about a random case. I'm talking about all the time. To give you an example, when you compare yourself with somebody who is ahead of you or has done more things or has done exactly the things that you want to achieve, do you think about them and you think how little you have done or how difficult it is to achieve that level of growth, and you think that this is impossible, or you think that there's a million steps until you reach there, and then you procrastinate and you get stressed and you feel overwhelmed, and then you'd not even start with what you wanted? Or does it give you motivation? Does it give you inspiration? Does it give you a good example of practices you can actually copy that and follow that? Which side? This makes the difference between the toxic and the healthier. Does my perfectionism lead me to feel inspired and motivated, or does it lead me to feel overwhelmed? Second one, you know that sometimes as perfectionists, we focus a lot on detail or we become too controlling. We want to know everything. What's the difference now between the self sabotaging and the helpful perfectionism? In the unhealthy side, we are focusing on details, even though they don't matter, even though that's not our main focus. We're just obsessed with knowing everything, having done everything, having edited, corrected, reviewed everything, having this micromanaging even attitude. While in the healthy side of perfectionism, we can focus on details, but these details actually are part of something that matters. It's a priority. It's something we consider important. It's something that aligns with our values and the direction and the goals that we have in life. Third one, a perfectionist who is more on the unhealthy side will focus on achieving goals, but they will be specifically on one area. Usually it's the work area. And there you will see that they are even workaholics. They're working, working, working. There's no stopping from not only working, but even thinking about work. After working hours, they keep thinking about the things that they need to do tomorrow. Weekends, holidays, they cannot turn it off. But a healthy perfectionist, they grow in the work area, but also they have a good connection with other areas of their lives. They also focus on having goals on the relationship side, or on the friendship side and social life, or on their personal development, on their community, their health, their mental health. They have an oversight of all aspects of their lives instead of focusing on only one. Let's go to another one. 4, failure. A perfectionist on the unhealthy side is terrified with failure because for them, failure means disaster. It means something about their own self-worth. It means something about their future. It means something about their likability, whether people will like them or will still want to be with them, connect with them, work with them. So for them, failure or the prospect of failure means that they are going to lose everything. They're going to lose something really important that they have at the moment. For a healthy perfectionist, failure is part of the game. They're not happy. I mean, they're not robots, but it's part of the game. They know that they are learning through failure. They're not getting paralyzed just by thinking about it. They are prepared for failure because they know it's going to come. It's part of getting out of your comfort zone. Number 5, as I said before, action or procrastination. The prospect of failure, the high expectations, the negative self-talk can lead a perfectionist to paralysis, analysis paralysis, overwhelm, and procrastination. Procrastination and perfectionism, I've said it many times, it's like two sides of the same coin. It goes without thinking even that if you're a perfectionist on the toxic side, you are going to hold yourself accountable for such high expectations that eventually your own system will shut down because this is a lot. So that's why you will see yourself being inactive or not being able to make important decisions or postponing decisions, email, tasks for a long time until you actually get them done. While on the healthy side, a healthy perfectionist is taking action. Small steps, but still they're progressing because they know that it's the small steps that actually will bring the big growth and the big progress. And they keep their eye only on the next step instead of the big picture and the overwhelming high expectations. The next one, does your perfectionist bring you energy or do you think that it leads you to burnout and exhaustion? That's a big difference. If you are a perfectionist who allows yourself to rest, who is connected with your body and you know when you need to rest, when you need to stop, when you want to eat, and you allow yourself to follow that rhythm of life and of your body and of nature while growing, that's a fantastic integration between you and the world around you. However, I've met many perfectionists that they don't allow themselves to rest. There's no weekend for them. There's no holidays for them. They even skip meals. They even skip going to the toilet. And they're like, no, I'm in the middle of something important. I cannot. So you see the healthy and the not healthy side, how we lead ourselves to burnout when we suppress even our basic needs. The next one, number 7, do you tend to blame yourself, feeling bad, guilty, shame, regret, disappointment? And how often do you feel that? A perfectionist who is on the unhealthy side will beat themselves up all the time. When I ask them, when was this the time that you felt good about yourself? They will take a long time to think about that. They will be like, I don't even remember when was the time I felt good. And maybe they did, but the proportion of how many days and hours and months they have been chasing their own tail, or they have been on this hamster wheel, exhausting themselves, and the days that they did something nice and they enjoyed, this proportion is really distorted and really unbalanced. And the last but not least, and it's related, does your perfectionist bring you joy or it leads you to hopelessness? When you do a step in your growth, big growth plan, when you do a step, do you feel happy? Do you feel proud? Do you pat yourself on the back? Or does it make you feel hopeless? Because the toxic perfectionist says, well, okay, you did one step, but look, you have another million steps ahead of you. So don't get yourself really cheerful over there and optimistic because you have a long way. Keep going. I don't know. Are you going to make it? It's really difficult. And that leads us to the hopelessness part. We feel that even though we're trying so hard and we haven't taken a break, still we haven't achieved what we wanted. And the reason why we feel like that is because what we wanted is a moving goal. Every time when we reach there, we change it and we move it to a different destination, chasing the next thing, the next shiny object. We are going to start working on this healthy perfectionism. You have an idea now about the difference between healthy and toxic. The question is, where do you see yourself more? Out of these 8 signs that I said with you today, where do you see yourself more? Which box did you tick? Thank you very much for watching here today. I hope you got a lot of insights. And if you have, of course, any other question about perfectionism, anxiety, and burnout, you know where to find me. Thank you very much. Take good care of yourself.